morning and happy Monday. Hope everyone had a great weekend. So again, it's Monday. My plan for today is looking at my meal plan. We are having a Cobb salad and homemade chicken noodle soup for dinner tonight. The Cobb salad is a new recipe. I don't know if you can call it a recipe. I mean, literally, it's a salad. But, you know, I'm following a recipe that I printed off 2010 from simplyrecipes.com. I don't even know if the website exists anymore. But again, it's just a basic salad, but the way they display it is so pretty. I'm going to see if the camera will focus in on this picture printed off of the website. The picture's a little fuzzy to begin with. Let me turn. I don't know. Let's try that. I don't know. How's that? Again, it's just a basic salad recipe, but it does have some meat in it, so I saved some of my chicken from yesterday. It has bacon in it, which I have from yesterday's breakfast. I need to hard-boil some eggs this morning, and it does have its own homemade dressing. Not sure that I'm going to do that just because it's a mustard-based dressing, and that's probably not even focusing on it so close up. Anyway, I'm not sure that I'm going to do the homemade dressing because I'm not a fan of mustard. Y'all know that. There are like 4 foods in this world that are evil to me, and mustard is one of them. So I'll probably just have us use our own dressing. So yeah, I'm trying a new recipe, but you don't have to worry about me doing a recipe recap or nothing because, again, it's just a salad. It's just a guideline I'm following to make it look pretty and blah, blah, blah. The chicken noodle soup, however, is, I've made it before. I don't use a recipe. I just throw crap in a pan. So that's the plan today. We're just going to throw some crap in the pan. Michael probably will not eat my noodle soup. First, Michael's not a big fan of soups to begin with. He never was, even growing up. And he grew up on a farm. Farm people like soup. What is up with him? Now, there are certain soups that I've made that he will eat, and he does enjoy them now. He'll eat my cream of crab soup. He'll eat my chicken corn soup, although, again, it's just a soup thing. He does love homemade beef vegetable soup. So I am going to make him some of that coming up here once the weather gets a little colder. I was just craving the chicken noodle soup, so that's why we're having it. It's not that the weather is cold here yet, although this morning it's 51 degrees. A little chilly outside and a little chilly in the house because I have the windows open again all night. And it's foggy again and cloudy. And now we're not supposed to see sun until later in the day and then only partial. This is just, we got our spring and our fall here in Pennsylvania just is horrible. So, yes, today I have to hard-boil my eggs this morning and get my soup going this morning. I'm meeting him at the car wash with the Mazda at 3:15 when he's done working, and he's wanting to wash the car tonight. Other than that, I don't have a lot on my agenda that I have to get done. I do have to finish tweaking my resume. I may start working on his resume. And I may wash the sheets on the bed. Other than that, it's not going to be a whole lot of vlogging happen today because I'm not doing much. But I'll walk you through the soup. So right now it's time to get my tea, and my little boy is waiting for his snuggle time. So I'm going to the kitchen. Okay, so here's what I have left from yesterday's roast chicken. I just took it out of the baking dish that it was in and dumped it in this kettle with the broth that was with it and stuck it in the refrigerator overnight with a lid on it. So now this morning I'm just going to add some water to it. And I'm going to season it up a little bit more again with some salt and pepper and some celery salt and some onion salt. And I'm just going to let this cook for several hours. Okay, so I thought I'd show you my breakfast. I don't know about you all, but I can't do just plain oatmeal. Like, no, there's no flavor in a plain oatmeal. I need some hoo-ha in it to make it taste good. So I've just cooked some regular oats and fat-free milk in a bowl. And I have to admit, this is my second attempt at this morning because I had another bowl and I had it in the microwave and I must have hit too many zeros on the microwave, and I come back in the kitchen, and I was like, what is taking my oatmeal so long? Boy, these 2 minutes are really gone by slow. Oh, I must have hit 20 minutes or something, because I opened the door and I had oatmeal all over the microwave inside. So I had to start all over. So that was my first kitchen mishap of the day. Anyway, this one seems to turn out okay. So I like to put a little bit of peanut butter in my oatmeal to sweeten it up. Not much, like a teaspoon and a half maybe for my serving. And then some granola, because I like a little bit of crunch. Any flavored granola will do. Today I'm using oats and dark chocolate. So it's almost like I have a peanut butter cup oatmeal happening here with the chocolate and the peanut butter in it. That's it. Now I'm going to eat my breakfast. Hey, so I'm back. My chicken's been cooking for almost 3.5 hours. So I'm going to start straining all this icky stuff and meat out of my broth so I can let it cool and pick it. And I have 2 hours to get my soup assembled and done. And I think I might just throw it in the crock pot to keep it warm while I might get the car wash. But anyway, I thought I'd let you know what I've accomplished. I did get my sheets washed and back on the bed, but then I spent the rest of the morning on the computer and reminded myself how I never want a desk job because I was sitting at the computer for hours. But I have Mike's resume all updated. I got my resume updated. And I have cover letters done for both of us, which obviously, depending on any positions we apply for, we can go in and tweak the actual job title in the first line of the cover letter. Mike's pretty much would not change because he's always going to be a machinist. His title would always be CNC machinist. Me, with my degree being in travel and tourism, it opens me up to a lot of different job opportunities. So my job title that I'm applying for may always change. So I can always go in and tweak these. I've also applied for 2 jobs, one for him, one for me. So obviously if it's meant to be, I'll be contacted. If it's not meant to be, then it won't happen. But there was a CNC machinist position open for him in Orlando, Florida, at Lockheed Martin. Huge company, total opposite of what he's used to working at. So I sent his resume to them. The difficult thing about us applying for jobs is the fact that we live so far away. So a lot of employers, you know, when they see that we are in Pennsylvania and the position's in Florida, you know, our resumes are going to be put to the bottom of the pile because we're not high-end salaried employees, so we're not going to be given relocation packages, and an employer, you know, is taking a big chance on hiring somebody that's 1,000 miles away and giving them a start date and then making sure that person is moved and ready to go by the start date. So, again, if it's meant to be, it will happen. I'm just keeping the faith, and I'm going to pray about it. I was praying about it while I was making my bed this morning, putting my sheets back on. So, yeah, so that was Mike's job, and then I applied for a job as a supervisor position with the Universal Orlando Parks. And again, I've served in a supervisor capacity before with my last job with American Airlines. So I'm hoping with my experience in all aspects of the travel industry, meaning travel agent, hotel event planner, and an airline, that I will be a good candidate for that. I'm hoping that being female is a good candidate for that too. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm going to get some carrots cut up for in here, taste my broth to make sure it doesn't need any. Ooh, oh, good God, I'm sorry. That was bad. Wow. And get some chicken meat put back into my broth. So I will be back. Okay, my soup is done. So there it is. It's just going to sit here and hang out till I'm done at the car wash with Mike. I don't use regular egg noodles. I like something a little heartier, a little heavier, so I use the mini bow tie pasta when I make it. And I also had to add some chicken stock to it as well, because once I put the whole thing of pasta in, it just wasn't enough broth. And even so, the way it is now, I mean, there's plenty of broth for me to eat it tonight, but once I put this in the fridge, and if I go to make leftovers of it, I'm probably going to have to open another box of stock and keep adding, because those noodles just suck up the broth. So that is all ready to go. My Cobb salad turned out adorable. The only thing I have to do yet is at the last minute, I got to cut up my avocado, and that'll go right here. So the bed of it is romaine lettuce and spinach, and then I started with a big row of tomatoes in the center, and then on each side of the tomatoes is a row of hard-boiled eggs. Each side of that is a row of bacon, and that was left over from my breakfast yesterday. And then I put a big fat row of chicken here, and I'm going to put the big row of avocado here. Then that's all set for dinner, so I'm going to put some plastic wrap on this, throw it in the refrigerator, and I'll be leaving here in about 20 minutes to head to the car wash. Okay, we're back from the car wash. You remember how I said this will suck up the juice? Just while I was gone, it sucked up every single bit of broth. There is nothing left. So I'm going to do is, as I heat a bowl up, I'm going to add stock to it for each bowl that I heat up for myself. Them noodles are definitely, you know, tasting wonderfully like chicken broth. That's really good. Yep, that's really good. Okay, I need to cut my avocado. And here's the Cobb salad all put together. All right, let's eat.